What if, in a single day, you lost everything? Your wealth, your family, your health. Would you still believe that God is good? This is the story of a faith tested to its deepest limits. Ever heard a story so intense it changes how you see everything? Let me tell you about a man named Job. This guy was the real deal, blameless, upright, a man who loved God and stayed far away from evil. He was incredibly blessed, with a huge family, thousands of livestock, and a great reputation. He had it all. But then, one day, his world came crashing down. In a series of devastating blows, Job lost everything. His livestock were stolen or destroyed. His servants were killed. His livestock were stolen or destroyed. His servants were killed. And in the most heart-wrenching tragedy of all, his 10 children died in a sudden disaster. Can you even imagine that level of loss? Most of us would crumble, right? But Job's reaction was astonishing. Most of us would crumble, right? But Job's reaction was astonishing. He tore his robes and shaved his head in grief. But then he fell to the ground and worshipped, saying, "The Lord gave and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised." And it didn't stop there. Job was then struck with painful sores from head to toe. Job was then struck with painful sores from head to toe. His own wife told him to just curse God and die. His friends came, supposedly to comfort him, but ended up accusing him of secret sins, insisting he must have done something to deserve this. Through all this agony, physical and emotional, Job wrestled with his suffering. He questioned God, he cried out in despair, but he never, ever turned his back on his faith. Finally, after all the debates and the heartache, God himself spoke to Job. He didn't give Job easy answers about why he suffered, but he revealed his immense power and wisdom, showing Job a perspective far beyond human understanding. Humbled, Job acknowledged God's sovereignty. In the end, God restored Job's fortunes, blessing him with twice as much as he had before, including a new family and a long, full life. Job's story isn't just about suffering. It's a powerful testament to unwavering faith and the profound, mysterious nature of God. What do you think is the biggest lesson from his life? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Have you ever wondered what it's like to lose everything? I mean, absolutely everything. Let me tell you the story of Job, a man who had it all. Picture this: vast fields stretching to the horizon, dotted with thousands of sheep and camels. His home was always filled with the laughter of his 10 children, 7 sons and 3 daughters. Job wasn't just wealthy. He was a pillar of his community, known for his unwavering faith and kindness. He started each day with gratitude, offering prayers for his family, thankful for every blessing. Then, one day, the sky seemed to darken. A messenger, breathless and covered in dust, burst in with terrible news. Raiders had stolen all of Job's oxen and donkeys. Before the shock could even set in, another messenger arrived. A fire, a freak act of nature, had consumed his entire flock of sheep. The bad news kept coming, like waves crashing over him. A third messenger reported that his camels had been taken in a raid, but the final blow was the most devastating. A powerful wind had struck the house where his children were celebrating, and none of them survived. In a single day, Job's world was shattered. He went from being the wealthiest man in the East to having nothing. Job's grief was immense. He sat in ashes, his body covered in painful sores from head to toe. His 3 closest friends, Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar, heard of his tragedy and came to comfort him. For 7 days and 7 nights, they sat with him in complete silence, sharing his sorrow. But then, they began to speak. They insisted that Job must have sinned to deserve such punishment. They reasoned, God is just, so you must be guilty. Their words, meant to be wise counsel, felt like sharp stones, adding to his agony. Job maintained his innocence, crying out in confusion and pain, questioning why this was happening to him. His conversations with them became a long, painful debate about suffering and justice. After weeks of this torment, when Job felt completely abandoned, something incredible happened. The sky swirled and a mighty whirlwind formed. From the heart of the storm, God himself spoke. He didn't answer Job's why questions directly. Instead, he unveiled the sheer majesty and complexity of creation. He asked Job, "Where were you when I laid the earth's foundation? Can you command the morning or usher in the dawn?" He spoke of lions and ravens, of stars and oceans, revealing a universe so vast and intricate that it humbled Job completely. Job realized how limited his own understanding was. He didn't get an explanation for his suffering, but he got something far greater, a direct encounter with the divine. In the end, Job's story turns from sorrow to restoration. His health returned, his sores healed. God blessed the latter part of his life even more than the beginning. He was given twice the wealth he had before, 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, 1,000 yoke of oxen. And once again, his home was filled with the joy of children. He had another 7 sons and 3 daughters, who were said to be the most beautiful in all the land. Job lived a long and full life, seeing his children and his children's children to the 4th generation. True faith is not tested when life is easy. Faith is tested when everything is taken away, when prayers feel silent, when the sky feels closed. Maybe today, you are walking through a season like Job. Hold on, because God never abandons those who remain faithful. Faith in the midst of suffering.